Hi guys, let's have a look at the market today. I'll run through all the BitMEX pairs. We just had the daily close about half an hour ago, so it might give us a bit of a picture on what's happening today and possibly the rest of the week. Only a couple days left until the weekend, so we could start slowing down volume and momentum wise, but at the moment on the weekly chart we just had a little bit of deceleration here. We're due for a pullback. That's quite a strong run the last few weeks, so there's certainly no signs of a full-on reversal at this stage. Could just be a pullback, retest a couple of these EMAs and have another push up leading up until Bitcoin halving, which is around about the 18th of May, give or take a couple of days. This is where I've got the vertical line here, so this gap here these coming weeks is going to be interesting to see where we end up and whether we can push past 11,500, 11,600 and have a bit of a solid run right up to halving. So I anticipate that's what's happening. Just because that's what I think doesn't mean that's what's going to happen. But I think we will continue to see the halving get priced in before we have a deep correction, and then from there, after the halving, we can start looking at a multi-year bull run, because at the moment this weekly chart is looking extremely healthy. As for this run, I'm not sure how deep this pullback will go. We'll have a closer look on the lower time frames. Might give us a bit of an indication on possibly where we can look to enter along and target this next level. But looking beyond that, let's do some weekly fib extensions from the all-time lows to last year's high and here. So 11,600 is the first target, and then we've got the 0.618 fib at around 13,000. So they don't really line up with horizontal support and resistance, but all these areas could possibly be targets. $11,600, 13,000, 14,000, 16,000. So there's going to be resistance levels there on the way up. We want to pull back here and momentum hitting it hard this next level to see if we can break through. Looking forward to it. Hopefully we get a nice solid pullback first, nice entry point, and see how we go leading up until the start of May. Alright, I've got the daily time frame up here, and it was a really interesting daily close. Huge momentum on yesterday's daily candle, lots of bearish momentum there, but that's a pretty solid wick rejecting 9,400, 9,600 level, so there's a bit of a support zone there. And as you can see here, we had a little touch there, rejection before breaking through, and then we had support, 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 break, retest, little rejection there, and now we've broken and retested. So we've held this trend line. We've closed just below the daily 20 EMA. So at the moment we've got horizontal support, we've got a 0.38 fib pullback, and we've got the daily 50 EMA. So lots of support here. I definitely won't be entering shorts trading into this level. We could easily bounce from here and have another strong run up. So it's a little bit choppy on the lower time frames. There's nothing here to trade. What I'd like to see is some sort of flag or trend line formed here, consolidation pattern, build up some tension and price squeezing into an angle, and hopefully we can pop out and push up a little bit higher while still holding this horizontal level here. So yeah, today and over the weekend going to be interesting to watch. Just at the moment, no shorts. I do want to enter a long, but given yesterday's daily price action, pretty risky. 4 hour time frame up now. Not a great deal to analyze just at this stage. We've got a trend line that looks like it's been broken. It has, and also that's a lower high. So we've technically got a 4 hour trend change. It's going to be interesting to see how the next daily close is, whether we close below this trend line on the 4 hour. If we do, where could we possibly pull back to? Let's have a look. Right, we've got some support there and resistance. We could pull back to 7,800. That's quite a strong pullback. Let's put some more lines in here. There's a horizontal level there. It's a bit of a zone. It's not a clear level. but we've actually just rejected that as well. So this could be a fake out to the downside before heading higher. So definitely no shorts until we get below 9,400. That's a really strong level. We saw that just before on the daily. It's evident too now on the 4 hour. So although there's strong momentum there, possible trend change, we've rejected this region as well. Just gonna have to sit on our hands for now for Bitcoin to see how it plays out. Super quick look at the 1 hour here. Absolutely nothing to see really, except that we've bounced off support at about 9,550 region. Resistance, resistance, break, retest, retest, and another retest. So this zone through here, 9,400 to 9,600, pretty strong. So there's nothing to short, nothing to really go long. There's no continuation pattern. There's nothing clean. If you want to trade long off a support level, that's fine. But that momentum there to the downside is a bit of a concern, even though we have rejected and closed above it. So just sitting on my hands for now for Bitcoin. That's all I've got for that one. Let's flick over to Ethereum. Ethereum weekly now. Analysis on this isn't really going to change a great deal from Bitcoin. They move reasonably similar. A few little differences, but not too much. RSI is well overbought now, so it needs a spell. Deceleration here as well. This candle hasn't closed yet, but looks like it's certainly decelerated from last week and due for a pullback. So we could see 225 support and resistance level here. Nice pullback to reject that again, break and retest, and off we go. It's been a strong run. So 0.38 fib lines up perfectly with that horizontal level. So that's possibly a zone that could be seen as a potential target to head for another leg up. So chart's looking pretty healthy on Ethereum too, actually. Let's have a look at the 1 hour. Yeah, well overextended. Couple of candles here, nice strong wicks on them, so there's still buyers present. They still want to hold price up, but way overextended. It's pretty much gone vertical there, parabolic, so it needs a rest, needs a pullback. We'll see where this one pulls back to. Not a great deal else to see on that one. 4 hour. We've got a double top, but we're still making high lows, so no trend change on the 4 hour. If we break 285, we could have a strong push, but we've just topped out there. But still no trend change on the 4 hour. And even the 1 hour really, still making high lows. But we do have a double top. Right here. So let's see what happens over the coming couple of days, whether we can stay in this triangle pattern that's possibly forming now and just get squeezed here and push and pop out the top. Yeah, could well do that actually. Got a little bit of MACD divergence. It's not clean, but yeah, much like Bitcoin, just sitting on our hands for Ethereum. Bitcoin Cash weekly. A couple of weeks ago it was looking super strong. That candle and momentum above the weekly 50 MA looked really good. We stalled and we pulled back rather sharply. So at the moment it's going to be interesting to see whether we can break and hold as support above these two EMAs, possibly get a 50 and 20 EMA crossover here. We're in no man's land as far as this range and horizontal levels go, so I think a pullback here and then another push higher to this horizontal point here on the weekly. Looks reasonably healthy, but we'll see how the coming weeks occur. Got the daily up now. Since getting into crypto and trading crypto full time, I've become a bit of a wick-off fan. As you can see here, this accumulation now have broken out of it, and we've got a nice beautiful trend change on the daily. We've just had a nice run and stalled. It looked like we closed above that horizontal level, but we just rejected it, ended up breaking back below it. So that's the level there. We need to push and break back up for more momentum to the upside. Just having a healthy pullback now in our trend. Let's do a fib. So we're just stalling at the 0.38 fib pullback, so this could be it before we have another run, or we could see a nice healthy pullback. If we pulled all the way back to the 0.618 and then rejected this horizontal level here, that would be pretty clean, pretty crisp. See what happens there, but that's a nice stall and rejection at the moment. It's not really a rejection, but price is being held by the 0.38 and the 50 EMA. What have we got in the lower time frames? What the hell? I don't want to restart, thanks. Okay. 4 hour. Ooh, doesn't look too healthy on the 4 hour. Looks like a deeper correction coming on the 4 hour, to be honest. Let's do a fib on this bad boy. Got a 0.38 pullback after that sharp sell-off. So from here, where are we looking to go? Yeah, we could well and truly retrace the 0.618 fib I just showed you just then on the daily. That looks quite bearish in the lower time frames. So is there an entry here? Probably need a deeper pullback really for a nice clean entry on this one. Oh yeah, we've got a little bit of support here. It looks like we've broken and closed. Oh, we're right on it, so... Let's see how we behave on the 1 hour chart. Break and retest maybe over the weekend or something. Could see us push a little bit lower. Yeah, that's some pretty strong momentum to the downside. Yeah, no trade there just yet, but that could develop into something usable, maybe. Time will tell. Alright, let's have a look at Litecoin. Right, Litecoin weekly up here. Pretty strong run the last few weeks and deceleration. That's a nice couple of dojis there for a pullback, but it looks like we've broken above this horizontal level here. We're stuck between two EMAs, so we'll see how far this pullback goes, whether it's actually starting to stall and wants to just consolidate before another leg up. But I've got it breaking and closing above this horizontal level, but there could actually be one here as well. Support there, support. False break there, but was support. And rejections here. So we are just above that second level I just drew in. So we'll see whether we hold this range on the weekly. Let's have a look at the daily. Oh, daily looks pretty good actually. Break and retest of the daily 200 EMA and this horizontal level here. Price has chopped through there a fair bit, so it's not a key level. There's a rejection there, just chopped through there, chopped through. That's a rejection and rejecting now. So yeah, this could be the end of the pullback for Litecoin before another leg up. What have we got in the way of fibs? Little rejection of the 0.38, but it's not a deep pullback. A retest of the daily 50 EMA would be actually ideal with a nice couple of wicks, just like what we've had for another leg up. So nothing on that one just for now. Let's have a look at the lower time frames, but we'll see how it develops. It could have some potential. It's possibly a little scalp, sneaky little day trade here. Break and retest of this trend line and target the 200 EMA. Now it's pretty ugly. So nothing there. Had some good MACD divergence too. 1 hour chart. Yeah, it's just ugly at the moment. Nothing on the 1 hour to trade. We'll see how this develops though. It looks pretty good on the higher time frames. Right. EOS. I think this one got hammered overnight. Let's have a look. Whew. Nasty. Weekly. All right. Bit of an accumulation zone here. Not a clear horizontal level on the weekly, but possibly there. And possibly rejected just now, retesting the weekly 20 EMA. Daily. Good old golden cross on the daily. 50 and 200 EMA crossing. Previous resistance there, break and retest. If this decelerates a little bit, this could actually be a very good point to go long. Be a very nice higher low and attack this previous high again. What's the risk reward on this one? 22%. We can trade this with a bit of leverage. That's got some pretty good risk reward, but that's strong momentum to the downside. So we need to see, although that has rejected it now, I want to see a little bit more on the lower time frames. Let's just jump down there now and see what we've got. Yep, good wick there, but strong momentum. Yeah, I'll keep an eye on this in the coming days, but that's a strong downtrend in the lower time frames, but higher time frames starting to look like a bullish trend change. I'm just concerned about the momentum. Much like everything that we've looked at so far this morning, just the downside momentum has been really, really strong, so you just don't want to trade against it. We've got a bullish trend change overall. We're just having a bearish pullback, but it's pretty strong, pretty savage. We just need to wait, let it settle, let it decelerate, and get some nice rejections off some key levels, which we're possibly starting to see. 1 hour. Yeah, pretty savage downside. But nice little bounce off that level though. So, it's pretty ugly though. Like, we want to see a formation of a nice trend or a trend line or something like that. So if we can just bounce around and squeeze into this point here and pop out, that might be our long entry, as long as we can maintain support above here. Just at the moment, you're just trying to catch a falling knife, jumping in along. Okay, let's have a look at Ripple USD. So we can now trade perps on BitMEX, and we have also just finished loading up XRP USD on our auto trader. So great news, extra trading pair we can utilize. Trend change here, also lower high. Possibly a support level here at about 26, 27 cents. No long here either. That's just too much bearish momentum to the downside. We'll just go to the higher time frames first. Should always start there. Alright, so this is weekly MACD divergence. That is really, really good divergence. So that possibly means we're looking at a trend change very soon. Lower lows, lower highs on price action. Higher highs, higher lows on the MACD. That's divergence. Looking very good. We have still held above 27 and a bit cents just, but that's some solid deceleration and rejection of the weekly 50 EMA. So caution needed, but if we break out of this falling wedge on Ripple, could be a very, very strong run. It's a little way away from doing that though. Let's have a gander at the daily. Yeah, pretty choppy. Horizontal level possibly there, which we're in and around with price actions right on it at the moment. But break and retest of the 50 EMA. If we hold here and get some momentum to the upside, that'd be good. Don't really want to trade this until we get above 30 cents though. Yeah, I haven't got a clear bias either way on that one, so we'll just leave that be for a bit. Ripple BTC. This looks pretty good. Trend line there, break and retest above daily 50, horizontal level. It's not bad for a swing trade. I'd like to see a wick like this candle here really push down and reject this horizontal level. That'd be sweet. So we'll keep an eye on this one. This one could also develop. So we've got some trades in the making. Same deal, really strong bearish momentum. We just need to see that decelerate and make some rejections of some key levels. Lower time frames. Let's clean up this chart. It's filthy. Man, it's pretty ugly, really, to be honest. No, not even interested. It's yuck. Okay, ADA, getting close to the end. Let's have a look. ADA, BTC. Weekly. Same deal. Accumulation starting breakout, broken above our first horizontal level, the weekly 20 MA, deceleration, pullback and rejection here, weekly trend change, and we can target the next EMA or next horizontal level. ADA is high up on my radar. I want to get a long-term trade on this. What are we? We're getting to 20th of February now, so if we trade this on the futures contracts, we've probably only got a month, 5 weeks left until the contracts expire, so it's not a great deal of time to hold a super long swing trade targeting a big run. So we could just do a spot buy on Binance possibly, but we need the rejection first. We could be a couple of weeks away from that to start with, so not getting ahead of ourselves. Chuck the daily up. Yeah, that's a pretty nice horizontal level there. Pulling back to the EMAs now. So I'll redo that fib extension for you just so you can see where I drew it. From the lows to the recent peaks and then our pullback. We don't know where our pullback's going to finish first, if it's going to be down here or whether we're going to reject this level here. So let's just do a fib retracement to see where it might pull back to. Right, so we're on the 0.38 now. That's a good entry. 0.5 is better. 0.618 is supreme. So around this region here. So let's just say we reject the daily 50. These are some possible targets. 0.618 and 1.0 fib extension would be a good target. Oh, hang on. Wrong tool. Right, so that's a 50% move. Get on that with some leverage. Have we got enough time to run it that far before the end of contracts? Maybe, maybe not. But that's shaping up pretty well. Keep that one on your list, guys. Do some of your own charting on that, but that's a really nice trend change and solid support now underneath price action. ADA looks really, really good. Lower time frames. Just go straight down to the 1 hour. All right. Got a lower high on the 1 hour, but we're maintaining this support structure here. So another break and retest back above 630 sats. That would be good. At the moment, we could be just having a bit of a correction, ABC correction, so we could easily fall back below this level, head deeper. Yeah, we could come back to 530, 540 sats and look for longs off this region. Let's see how we go. High time frames look really good, just nothing on the lower time frames. Alright, let's have a look at Tron. Last one. Oh, no man's land really. Broke above the weekly 20 MA, deceleration here, pullback. We do have a trend change, a higher low and a higher high, but that's some pretty strong sellers standing there for some reason. I haven't got resistance there. So the weekly's not looking super great. Yeah, okay. And we failed to hold above this horizontal level here. So we didn't get a break and retest and hold. We slipped back below it. We could easily fall back to 180 sats. So Tron doesn't look as good as the others. This doesn't look like a higher time frame trend change yet. Yeah, so Tron's off the radar just for now for a long, a short. Not really there either. Yeah, that's about all I got for that. Alright, that's the analysis. I wasn't overly prepared going through this analysis, so hopefully I didn't ramble and mumble too much, but you can see how I analyse a chart start to finish, raw, unedited. That's how it's done. So I hope you got a bit out of it, guys. So the next couple of days could just be sitting on our hands, and then it's the weekend time as well. So we'll see how we go. We've got a couple there to possibly developing on the higher time frames. Keep a close eye on those, especially ADA. Looking forward to seeing how that one goes. But thanks, guys, and we will chat again soon.